From architecture to painting and sculpture, literature to live music and theater, Radio 111 presents The Desert Scene, your connection to culture and entertainment in the desert cities. Here's Bonnie G.
And welcome to The Desert Scene. I'm your host, Bonnie G, here with my producer, Brian Mendoza. And we're really happy to welcome to the show Shirley LeMaster. She's an old friend of mine. We did a show or two back, a few years back, and she is part of the cast of a new show at Scripted Stage to Screen called Cozy Murder. Hi, Shirley. How are you?
I'm doing great, Bonnie. It's lovely to chat with you again.
I know. I was trying to figure out what year it was, though we did Pink Squirrels, which was not at the top of the list of the most earth-shaking theater or film in the world. Gosh, it was a while back. 13,
it was
11, 12, 13 years ago. I don't know, something like that. Been a while.
It was something like that. It was a while ago, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It wasn't Shakespeare, but it was fun. Okay,
That's true.
So script to stage to screen, and I've had folks on here over the years many times from script to stage to screen. They've got a new production, the first original murder mystery, which I love, Cozy Murder, written by Judy Klass and directed by Brent Anderson. Tell us a little bit about the story.
Well, you're right. It is our very first ever murder mystery, and it's kind of like a Murder, She Wrote. Mm-hmm. It's not in any way violent or gory. It's just clever, and every person on stage, one of them winds up dying, and everyone else is a suspect because the playwright, Judy Klass, reveals through her writing that each person actually has a reason for not minding seeing this guy dead.
Okay. Yeah. And so tell me about your character a little bit, whatever you can tell us.
Okay. The play is set in coastal Maine in the late summer, and I play Rowena Althorpe. And she is a straight-laced New Englander who runs a bed and breakfast. Her family, the Althorpes, were very, very prominent and practically ran the whole city. But then she and her husband got divorced, and she fell on hard times and converted the mansion into a bed and breakfast.
Okay.
So a group of thespians come every late summer, and they have a murder mystery festival. So some of the characters who are there for the festival are actors, some are playwrights, and some are just interested in observing the goings-on there.
Yeah. Fun.
So it's a lot of fun.
And I want to just mention the other cast members are, and I know most of the cast: Jason Hull, Hal O'Connell, Pamela Cole, yourself, Dory Smith. I know all of you. A couple I don't. Yes. I don't know Diane Moore, Alana Middleman, or Kai. Is it Kai Brothers? Kai Brothers? Is that?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Well, Kai and Alana, these two are first timers with S2S2S. Okay. We try to bring in new talent when we can.
Yeah.
Diane Moore has done several shows with us and has received nominations for Desert Theater League awards. She's quite good.
Great.
And it's a delight to work with all of the people. We're all really getting into it and trying to find our characters and make them authentic. Now, you know the process.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about how you first started getting into the theater world, because it's not been your career your whole life, right?
Well, I've acted all my life, but it's never been my career. Okay. It's my passion.
Okay.
And I'm retired now, but even before I retired, when I could fit it in with my corporate duties, I would act in community theater, dinner theater, and whatnot. But I've been with Script to Stage to Screen, S2S2S, since its inception in 2010. And I've also acted with Palm Canyon Theater numerous times, with Desert Theater Works numerous times.
Yeah.
And early on, I did a couple of things with Desert Performs, and I've done some dinner theater. It's just fun. I enjoy doing it, finding new characters to play.
Yeah. Now tell people, for people who might be new to Script to Stage to Screen itself as audience members, tell people a little bit about the organization and how it got its name.
Okay. Script to Stage to Screen was originated by 4 emerging playwrights here in the desert, 4 men who wanted to see their works put on. And the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Desert allows us to use their stage. They have a small stage in their sanctuary, and that's where all our performances are. We started out, each year we solicit original works from all around the country, and we even get some internationally.
Wow.
And yes, and we have a New Works play reading committee that analyzes all the different submissions and selects what they think would be the most suitable for our capabilities and the most interesting for our audiences. So I sit on that committee as well. Last year, we got 80-some-odd submissions.
Wow, that's a lot. That's great.
It was a lot of reading, Bonnie, I'm telling you. And then so we selected the ones we liked, and we thought it would be fun to try a murder mystery, as we've never done that before. So that's the script part, and then the stage is when we do the play readings, which, as you well know, we started out as a reader's theater. The actors would stand behind music stands, and there was no interaction actually between us. But after a year or two of that, we decided that was too confining, and so we started. We still carry our scripts with us, but the plays are fully blocked. There are some costumes, there are props, and we move around. And people tell us, if we are doing our jobs right, that after 5 minutes or so, they don't even
notice
realize
the scripts.
that we have our scripts in our hands.
Yeah, basically for the uninitiated, it's called a staged reading, which is very popular. I mean, because it gives you the best of both worlds. I mean, the actors have the security of having the script, but you give the illusion to the audience that it's fully staged. And you're right, a lot of times they forget the script is there. So I know this time it was something new, a murder mystery. Other than that, what would you say is the criteria the committee uses to choose which plays they're going to do for a season?
Well, one thing that we do is the Unitarian Universalist Church has principles of dignity and respect for all people, for, nothing racist or homophobic or any of those things. So we check for those types of things. Then we look for well-written plots that would be entertaining. Many of our things are quite thought-provoking, and sometimes they're just fun. Jason Hull writes amazing comedies for us.
Yeah.
This past year, his play, Inez's Birthday and Then Some, won Best Production for a staged reading.
Yeah.
And
That's great.
It's so much fun to do this, and reading all the scripts and selecting them is challenging, I'll tell you that.
So for people, the performances are at the Unitarian Universalist Church of the Desert on Via Vale in Rancho Mirage. This one coming up is Friday, February 24th, and Saturday the 25th, 7:30 p.m. Tickets are still only $10. They're available via PayPal on the website, www.script2screen.com, or check or cash at the door. Now, let's talk about the revised COVID policy, because, COVID is largely under control, but it's still floating around out there. So tell people about what the COVID policy is for you guys.
We follow the guidelines that the church set for all of its services. That means that everyone who is inside, except the actors, have to wear masks covering their nose and mouth throughout the performance. If there's an intermission, they can go outside, smoke, whatever they need to do. But then the masks come back on when they come in for Act 2. And everyone has to be vaccinated. And they have to show that they have been vaccinated whether it's a vaccine or a booster within the past 12 months.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's what we're requiring now.
Yeah, and I think that's fair. And of course, it's the church. You're in the church building, so obviously got to follow that. Well, Cozy Murder. Cozy Murder coming up February 24th and 25th. Script to stage to screen. It sounds like great fun. Again, the website www.scripttostagetoScreen.com. $10. It sounds like a blast. A lot of fun. Shirley, break a leg.
It is.
Break a leg.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Nice chatting with you, Bonnie.
All right, Shirley, have a great day. And everyone else,
Thank you.
We'll talk to you next time on The Desert Scene.